Okay, let's now see what is scalability. Okay, so scalability is, for example, for the same Spotify application, today I'm able to develop the system maybe for a 1000 users. Okay, 1000 users simultaneously accessing the Spotify application, and these users would be playing the song without any glitches. That is fine. But maybe after few months, we want to scale this application from 1000 users to 1 billion users, right? That is scalability. Okay, and so this is scalability in terms of users. Okay, but in to support these many user scale means to support 1 billion user, we need to scale our hardware and resources also. Okay, so there are two kinds of scaling. One is horizontal scaling, second is vertical scaling. Okay, so do you know what is the difference between horizontal scaling and vertical scaling? Okay, I will show you. So horizontal scaling is something, suppose we have an application and it continuously sending some request to the server. Okay, so we have one application sending some request to the maybe a Spotify application sending request to the web server. Okay, and it is getting some response from the server. Okay, suppose the request is play a song, and then it fetches that song from a database, and we get that song, and the player plays that song. Okay, that is one of the requests, and we get that response in the form of song. Okay, this is this is for one user. Then we have another user, second user. Again, the second request, simultaneous request goes to the same server, and similarly in this way, it will get the response. Now it is fine for 2 to 3 users. Suppose there are 1000 users. Okay. Now slowly, what will happen if you so many requests are going to the same server? Okay, and same kind of response is coming from the same web server. What will happen? Server may be down. Okay, server may have very low response time. It will have lot of load. Okay, so maybe this server has 8 cores. Okay, some 8 GB of RAM. Okay, so in order to process these many requests, we can increase the number of resources. So maybe we can increase the RAM from 8 GB to 32 GB or 64 GB, or we can increase the cores from 8 cores to 64 cores or something like this. So increasing the resources of a single machine, we have only one web server, and we are increasing the resources of a single web server, is called vertical scaling. Okay, it's called vertical scaling. And what is the business use case for this vertical scaling? For example, you are trying to play some games in one of the workstation. Okay, and it has to maintain some sort of 30 FPS to play that game without glitches. Okay, and so for to support that kind of gaming, we need to increase maybe the RAM. Also, we should have some dedicated GPU. Okay, we should also try to increase the number of cores. So in this scenario, we will go for vertical scaling. Okay, now what is horizontal scaling? Today maybe we have 1000 users, and we have increased the number of resources in a particular machine, maybe from to 64 cores, 64 GB RAM. Okay, but what will happen when we have increased the number of users from 1000 to maybe 1 billion users? We can't increase the resources of a single machine to that extent. Okay, so as a result, what will happen? Again, this server will have a lot of load, and it may be down. Okay, so the vertical scaling will not be of much help here. Okay, so here comes the horizontal scaling. So instead of increasing the resources of a single server, what we do, we increase the number of resources. We increase the number of web servers. So today we had only one web server. Now we will increase the number of instances of web server, maybe 100 web servers, right? So there will be 100 of web servers, and requests will be going to each of the web server. So some may ask question that maybe if there are 100 of web servers, it may happen that one of the web server, maybe the first web server would be getting 50% of the load. That is also correct. And to cater this problem, we should have some load balancer. Okay, that is completely separate topic. But here the horizontal scaling means, which is increasing the number of instances of the web server horizontally, is called horizontal scaling, and increasing the resources of a single server, it is called vertical scaling. That is the key difference between horizontal and vertical scaling. But then we also have elastic scalability. Okay, we'll see in the next video what is elastic scalability.